But, এখন খুব কম মানে লিখে দেবো। Yes. Hmm. Honestly, I'm doing well, actually. Thursday is not possible. Tomorrow, not, huh? Friday, we don't know because brains will break up at 1 o'clock. Tomorrow,
But he already concluded the matter on my part. Only his part is there.
কিছু তো করবো। কিছু তো করবো। 24th. Miss Eskinagis. Let after what happens, present, who has concluded her submissions for my present. Mr. Ajan, Learned Counsel appearing for Mr. Essical, National Counsel NCB. But the respondent NCB has made a prayer for adjournment on the ground that Mr. Cal has some personal difficulty today. He has agreed to, as sought for and agreed to, the land for the parties, raise the cases on 24th.
Order with the 4 years. Number 10.
PW2 stated that Binu Mahato and Mania Munda were doing masonry work at the relevant time, in the house of the deceased person. The housemate, Arati Tati, used to work in the house of the deceased and her husband, Ganesh Tati, used to take and bring the deceased back to her house from the school. Pustak. As regards the date, no, in relation to the incident, PW2 stated that on being telephonically informed about the incident, he rushed to the house of his elder sister from his office, and reaching there, he found his elder sister lying in a pool of blood in the front veranda of her house. Dalima Dutta was alive at that time, and he made arrangements to send her to hospital. There was a large gathering of people, and among them, the neighbors, PW3 and PW19 were present. Most of them. Dalima Dutta was first taken to Sukia Civil Hospital and thereafter to Brahmaputra Nursing Home at Dibrugarh, where she succumbed to the injuries. First of PW2 stated that he informed the incident to a police station, and police person came thereafter to the place of occurrence. In course of investigation, police personnel went to the house of Arati Tati, and he also went there. The PW stated that police personnel found a blood-stained nightie of Dalima Dutta in the house of Arati Tati, and police seized it. The housemate Arati Tati used to work in the house of Dalima Dutta from 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. He mentioned about seizure of 2 dowels, one with handle and another without handle from the drawing room of the house of his elder sister, apart from a pair of footprints. So PW2 stated that Binu Mahato and Mania Munda were working in the house of Dalima Dutta on the day of the incident, and he saw both of them among the persons gathered at the place of occurrence. When asked by When asked, they informed that they knew nothing. Full stop. During cross-examination, PW stated that at the time of the incident, Dalima Dutta was alone in the house. And so the Dalima Dutta used to keep the main road under lock and key. And she had no tenant. PW further stated that the extension works above the slab of the first floor were going on for the last 6 months. PW3 was the witness who did not know any of the two accused persons. On the date of the incident, PW2 came to the house of Dalima Dutta, seeing a gathering. Because the PW3 stated that when he peeped through a window, he found Dalima Dutta lying in front of the door with injuries on the person, bleeding injuries on the person. First, PW3 acknowledged the presence of PW16. PW19, the place of occurrence. So, she, when cross-examining, PW3 denied a suggestion that she had told that the message she had denied a suggestion that she has falsely stated that the Masons were working in the house of Dalima. PW3, daughter, stated that on 9/1/2008, she was in Guwahati, and hearing the news, hearing the death of her mother, she reached their house on 10/1/2008. PW4 stated that she used to know Arati Tati and Mania Munda, who used to do household chores in the morning hours and construction works of the house respectively. PW4 further stated that at the relevant time, her father was alive and he was at Dugduma. PW further stated that a nightie of her mother was found in the house of Aroti Tati. So during her stay in the house, no, like, these are a good question. It's a- PW the testimony of PW 5 is in the nature of heresy. Para. PW 6 identified during his testimony, the two accused who is to do masonry works in the house of his elder sister. Gustav. He further stated that housemate, the housemate, Arati, used to do works in the house of his elder sister, Gustav. He further stated that hearing a news that someone had cut his elder sister, he came to the place of occurrence. So by the time a large number of people gathered there, but nobody went close to his sister, thinking that somebody might be inside the house. So he saw his elder sister with breathing injury at the place, connecting the veranda and the first room of the house. So then, he went there and held his elder sister, and he, along with his brother-in-law, PW20, lifted Dalima Dotto to take her to Tinsukia Civil Hospital at first, and thereafter to Dibrugarh. But Dalima Dotto succumbed to the injuries after a while. His PW 6 stated that he noticed injuries on the head, back, and many other parts of the person of his elder sister. He exhibited. He stated that police obtained his signature on a sheet of paper and exhibited it as Exhibit 2. With his signature therein. Exhibit 2 is the inquest report. PW6 further stated that police apprehended Aroti and she showed to the police how she, along with the Masons, committed the crime. During cross-examination, PW2 stated that he gave his signature in EXT 2 at the police station. Close to para. Video 7, in his testimony, Kama stated that he came to the house of his elder sister after the incident had taken place. Posto. There he saw both Binu Mahato and Mania Munda at the house of his elder sister for the first time. It was PW19 who telephonically informed him that someone had assaulted his elder sister. So by the time he reached the house of his elder sister, Kama, Dalima Doctor, the injured Dalima Doctor was already taken to hospital. So, unlike other prosecution witnesses, he saw a presence of a large gathering of people in the house of his elder sister. So, unlike the other prosecution witnesses, Kama, PW7 reports to the effect that he saw the two accused persons on the step of the house of his elder sister. PW7 testified to have seen Aroti, the housemaid Aroti, once. And he heard that her husband used to pull the auto rickshaw. During cross-examination, PW7 stated that has denied assertion that he had falsely stated that he saw the two accused persons on that step the house. PW8 came to the house of Dalima Doctor after being informed telephonically about the incident. By one Quildan Bora. So by the time he reached the house, there was already a gathering of large number of persons. So the injured Kondalima doctor was already taken to hospital. So then he went to Tinsukia Civil Hospital, wherein he saw Dalima doctor for a while. So PW8 stated that his elder sister, though thereafter taken to Dibrugarh, she succumbed to the injuries there. Then he came back to the house of Dalima doctor, and at that time, he saw the police arresting the two accused persons. PW8 denied assertion that he had falsely stated that he saw the two accused persons being arrested. Post of PW9. Audited question, PW9. What it was, not what motive. Para PW10. Stated that at the time of, at the relevant time, he was studying in Chennai. Post of learning about the incident of her phone, he along with his younger sister, who was also studying in Chennai, came back to the house and saw the dead body of his mother. So later on, he came to learn from his aunts that it was Binu Mahato and Aroti Tati who had killed Lalima Datta. PW in further stated that Arati Tati stated to police how she had killed Lalima Datta and he was present at the time. Post of during cross-examination from PW, 10 stated that he stated to police that Arati told them that she in with Binoy Mahato hacked Dalima Datta with a dao. Para PW11 deposed that hearing about the untoward incident, she along with her husband came to the house of Dalima Datta on 9/1/2008. So by the time they reached the house of Dalima Datta, Dalima Datta was already taken to Dibrugarh also. PW11 further stated that the police apprehended Arati Datta, the housemate, and Arati Datta, in turn, narrated before them how she, with the help of Binoy Mahato and Mania Munda, killed Lalima Datta. Full stop. Vera. PW12. In his examination in chief, stated that he did not know the two accused persons facing the trial and the disease, Dalima Datta. Postal. He used to reside, he stated that he used to reside as a tenant in the house of one Kamal Bhatta at Bordaloi Nagar. Postal. About 3 years earlier, police personnel came to his rented house searching for Ganesh Tati, who also used to reside as a tenant under the same landlord. The landlord was not available at that time, and the police personnel took his signature on a piece of paper as a proof of their visit. Ganesh Tati available in the house. The PW 10 stated that he did not see the police personnel seizing any article. Also, he did not know if the police person made a search of the house of Ganesh Taki to seize any clothes. Also, he pleaded ignorance about the writings in EXT 3 serial list, though he identified his signature diary. Also, PW2 was declared hostile by the prosecution and on being granted leave, PW10 was cross-examined by the prosecution. During cross-examination by the prosecution, he denied all the suggestions put to him by the prosecution. Postal. PW13 is the wife of PW12. Postal. PW12 stated that police personnel made a search in the house of an woman tenant under their landlord and seized a number of wearing apparels from our house. The police personnel also took the woman away with also took the woman with them. Also, Video 13 stated that she did not know the name of the woman. Also, she stated that police obtained her signature on a piece of paper and without exhibiting the piece of paper, PW13 identified his signature. There is EXT32 also. Para. PW14 was another seizure witness. Also, PW14 stated that during Manglio in the month of January 2008, he was called to the police station by the officer in charge. In Shukir police station, and IO in bracket PW27 to Suez Shidi compact disc. So he was told that the photographer had brought the compact disc in connection to a murder case. And his signature was taken in a seizure list, EXT4, whereby the said compact disc was seized from Mohanto. He exhibited the signature in EXT, seizure list EXT4 as EXT41. Post further stated that the compass list was not paid to him, and he did not know whether MAT EXT1 was the same compact disk. Full stop. In cross-examination, PW14 stated that he did not know about the incident. Para. PW15 stated that when knowing about the untoward incident, he went to the house of Dalima Dutta. Dalima Dutta was already taken to Dibrugarh. Post op. He saw presence of a large gathering along with police personnel in the house of Dalima Dutta. PW15 stated that police personnel collected samples of footprints found in bloods in the bathroom of Dalima Dutta. Post op. He stated that when the police personnel going to the house of Arati Tati seized a bloodstained nightie from our house, he gave his signature in the seizure list, EXT5. Full stop. He was also a witness to the seizure list, EXT6, whereby footwear was seized. Full stop. PW15 further stated that when blood samples from the bathroom of the house of Dalima Dutta were taken, and thereafter prepared a seizure list EXT7, he gave his signature there. Apart from he further stated that he was a witness to the seizure of a dhow, whereby seizure of a dhow seized by Exhibit 8. Post op. Still to hope. PW10 was a secretary of the PDP of Guijan Market. Post op. Of 17. Welcome back. Here too. Yes, Ms. Bomo.
Some juvenile report has come, my lord.
Yes.
That extent, I'd like to mention that matter may be taken out in order column so that what should be passed necessary orders. Because last 2-3 occasions, it is fixed for hearing, but court business does not permit.
Right, yes, huh?
Otherwise, his 3 years has already come by.
3 years.
But here is imprisonment for life. But if, as per report, the date of the
Okay.
incident, my lord, when he was
Date of
17
judgment is
date of the 21, 22, 1, 2021. 76. Okay, good.
14 to 2020. Judgment? Page.
Yes, 14 to 2020.
Okay, then juvenility.
Yes, I have raised the issue here, ma'am, while appeal was taken up for hearing.
On what basis report is given?
They have produced that, Bagan authority has produced, some birth register member. As well
Okay,
as evidence was taken of the concern of
hospital.
hospital.
It is one of the document under
Yes, ma'am. They have making.
Juvenile Justice Act. It is one of the document. Issued by Garden Hospital. Not. Yes. Yeah, okay, Miss Bormo, some other day then. Suppose, if he is found to be juvenile, then the appeal is to be considered on merit.
That 3 years maximum punishment, the provision is there, Mary. We go by the date of judgment by law.
But otherwise, it is not a document which is recognized under section 94.
Yes, it is.
Ah. Then it will be on merit.
Because that birth certificate, in a report, it is mentioned that they could produce the birth certificate.
You have some other business today?
Go to office for next day to question.
Oh,
Lordship may taken up on next week then.
put it some other day. The favor is informal and Mike is skilled for the place the case also in society. We'll examine that issue.
Fine.
Come on. So many witnesses, very difficult. Good. Mr. Hassan, what we'll do, we'll complete the recording the testimony and we'll, because I have to arrange in my mind to dictate the last part.
Lordship.
Because so many, in the meantime, she would complete the timing of the, because we have reached only 15. Because I have to
16 is al-
reconcile also in my mind how to proceed. Huh?
16 is already discussed. 17, Lordship will start.
Is it 17? 15. Oh, 16.
15 over, 16
Okay.
already discussed.
16 is discussed. 17. Was a VDP, was a secretary of a village defense party of Guijan market area. So in his testimony, he stated that he visited the, on a particular day, he visited the police station for some works. And the police personnel obtained his signature in a seizure list. Give me 10 minutes to 158. Let's see the manual. It's there. Hmm. Sporting to know. এই আমার একটু বিনু বিনু সব seizure list question, no? Wherein he gave his signature. Seizure list EXT2, wherein he gave his signature. So he identified his signature in EXT10 as EXT101. So he had he stated that he did not know by the seizure list what materials were seized. Para. আৰু কিবা আছিল নেকি চিজাৰত? কোন আছে? মিহিৰ বৰধন, ভদ্ৰ বৰশইকীয়া। এইটো কৰা আছে নেকি? Mr. Hassan, come to page 158.
Lordship,
Whether these other two witnesses were examined. You will have strong. Other two seizure.
no lordship.
Huh?
Only one was
ভদ্ৰ
examined.
বৰশইকীয়া,
Julhas Rahman.
14. 14.
Bhadra Borsu. 14.
আছে নেকি? ভদ্ৰ বৰশইকীয়া নাই কোৱা? But he did not say anything. Huh? It was, this man said it was at the police station and he did not know what was seized. Because that Ganji is worn by this appellant perhaps.
That was pertaining to seizure of CD. Compact disc.
No.
Bhadra Borsu.
This man, no, Bhadra Borohoikia did not say anything about Ganji.
No.
His
CD.
testimony was not recorded as regards the seizure of the
Genji.
sporting, which was worn by this appellant.
No.
এটি লিখিত পিছত সোমাই লাগিব। It is noticed that by the seizure list EXT10, the IO had shown seizure of one light blue half sporting Ganji without collar with suspected blood stains from the possession of the appellant in connection with the case and in presence of the witnesses mentioned therein. Full stop. In EXT 10 seizure list, the names of Julhas Rahman within bracket PW 17, Mihir Bordhon
Not examined.
within bracket not a witness, and Bhadra Borhoikia within bracket PW 14 were shown as witnesses to the said to seizure to the said seizure. Full stop. The place of seizure was shown as Tinsukia Police Station. Full stop. While PW 17 testified to the effect that though he appended his signature in the EXT 10 CJ list, but he did not know what was seized by the seizure list. Full stop. On the other hand, comma, when PW 14 gave his testimony, comma, the seizure list EXT 10 was not shown to him, meaning thereby, comma, EXT 10 seizure list was not exhibited through PW 14. Pues, in examination chief, comma, examination in chief, comma, PW 18 stated that she knew the two accused persons as well as Nalima Dutta as she was her neighbor. 18 only. Oh. He did not, she did not know the two accused persons. So, she stated that she knew Nalima Dutta as she was, as Nalima Dutta was her neighbor. As regards the incident, comma, PW 18 stated that she heard hue and cry on the road, whereupon she came out and saw a gathering of people on the road looking towards the house of Nalima Dutta. But she did not go to the house of Nalima Dutta. Later on, comma, she heard that someone had killed Nalima Dutta. She further stated that Nalima Dutta had a maid in her house, but she did not know her name. Full stop. Later on, comma, she recollected the name of the housemaid as Aroti. And Aroti's husband used to pull used to pull auto rickshaw. Oh, sorry, rickshaw. It was Aroti's husband who used to take Nalima Dutta to school and to bring her back to her house. PW 19 was, in his testimony, stated that Nalima Dutta was their neighbor and she worked as a headmistress in a school. In respect of the incident, comma, PW 19 stated that on that day, comma, hearing hue and cry in front of the house of Nalima Dutta, comma, he made a phone call to PW 7, comma, a sister of Nalima Dutta, comma, to inform her about the untoward incident occurred in the house of Dalima Datta. Full stop. He sent his brother to inform Orna Datta, another sister of Dalima Datta. So PW 19 stated that initially he did not go to the house of Dalima Datta. Later on, he saw that the door of the house of Dalima Datta was broken, and Dalima Datta lying in a pool of blood. He saw Dalima Datta uttering something, but he could not understand what she had said. PW 19 further stated that Masons were working in the house of Dalima Datta at that time. A housemate named Arati also used to work in the house of Dalima Datta. PW 19 also mentioned about bringing, also mentioned about police taking the assistance of police dog. In cross-examination, PW 19 stated that he had forgotten about signing in a seizure list, EXT 8. And stated that he was not aware why police took his signature in the seizure list. PW 20 stated that he knew the two accused persons He stated that the two accused persons were Masons He further stated that the DG's commander Dalima Datta had employed a housemate named Arati Tati in her house, and her husband, used to take Dalima Datta to her school and bring her back by his rickshaw. As regards the incident, he stated that at around 2:30 p.m. on that day, in January 2008, he was in his house and he was informed that someone had cut Dalima Datta. Then he went to the house of Dalima Datta to stop. Reaching there, he saw Dalima Datta lying in a pool of blood and was not in a condition to speak. So then he informed PW1, who, bringing his car, took Dalima Dotto to Tinsukia Civil Hospital. Posto. At Tinsukia Civil Hospital, the attending doctor, Dr. Midul Gogoi, PW 23, suggested to take Dalima Dotto to Dibrugarh immediately, as her condition was serious. Full stop. He then, PW 20 then took Dalima Dotto to Brahmaputra Nursing Home at Dibrugarh for better treatment by an ambulance. But Dalima Dotto breathed her last after about 10 minutes of reaching Brahmaputra Nursing Home. Inquest on the dead body of Dalima Dotto was performed wherein he and he appended, he gave his signature in the inquest report EXT2. Also, PW 20 further stated that Dalima Dotto was not in a position to speak while she was being taken to Dibrugarh by ambulance. PW 20 further stated that police personnel seized dao, rod, etc. Apart from seizing sari, naiti, and old clothes from the house of Aroti Tati. Poster. When PW 20 exhibited EXT5 serial list, the defense made an objection. PW 20 stated that he noticed injuries on the backside of head, forehead, and other parts on the person of Dalima Dotto. He also learned from Aroti that when he stated before him that she kept Dalima Dotto holding and apple inflicting cuts on her. But Aroti did not tell him why Dalima Dotto was assaulted. During cross-examination, PW 20 stated that he had perhaps gave his signature in EXT5 serial list in the police station, along with PW1. First, he had, however, claimed ignorance about ignorance. He had, however, clearly stated that he did not recall what was written in EXT 5. And he did not go through the contents of EXT 2 CJ list. Or see inquest report. PW 21 deposed that a housemate, ROT, was working in the house of Dalima Doctor, and as a neighbor, she knew about the said fact. As regards the incident, PW 21 stated that at about 2-00 to 3-00 PM on that day, she hearing hue and cry from the house of Dalima Doctor, came out of her house and saw a large number of people gathering there. From them, she could learn that someone had killed Dalima Doctor inside the house. The mason and the housemate were arrested. So after some days of the housemaid and the mason apprehended by police, were brought to the house of Dalima Doctor. And during that time, the housemaid, Arati, gave a demonstration. They demonstrated how Dalima Doctor was killed. At the time of such demonstration, the mason was present there. Police recorded the entire incident of narration and demonstration of Arati by videography. PW 22 was serving as a constable, traffic, at the relevant time. PW 22 stated that in connection with death of a female teacher, he accompanied the officer in charge Tinsukia police station to the place of occurrence. Police Stepher Dog was also called to the place of occurrence and a sniffer dog and sniffer dog in the course of investigation, the sniffer dog also went to the house of the housemate, Aroti Tati. And in the process, a blood-stained yellow colored sari, a shawl and a sweater were found in the house of Aroti Tati. Those were seized by the IO PW 27 by preparing a serial list, and he gave his signature in a sage serial list, EXT3. It was the housemaid, Arati Tati, who showed those wearing apparels. First off, he further stated that the housemaid Arati Tati narrated how the entire incident was committed, and the narration given by Arati Tati was videographed. Post of Dio sees the compact disc of the said video by a serialist, EXT4, wherein he gave his signature as EXT42. Post of. In cross-examination, he PW22 stated that he did not know from whom the compact disc was seized and what was written in the serial list EXT4. He stated to have given his signature in the serial list EXT3 in the house of Arati Tati. But, he was not shown the wearing apparels seized through the serial list EXT3 during his testimony in the court. Period 22 further stated that at that time he gave his signature in EXE3, he did not go through its contents. Para 64. PW 23 was serving as a medical and health officer. Just one at Civil Hospital Tinsukia on 9/1/2008. First of. In his testimony, PW 23 stated that it was at about 3 p.m. on 9/8/2008, he examined Talimi Dotto in connection with Tinsukia Police Station case number 25/2008. First of, Dalimi Dotto was brought and identified by PW. 20. 6, PW 6 and PW 20. First one. PW 23 further stated that on examination of Dalimi Dr. He found the following injuries. Page 64. Start to start. He found out of the injuries, PW 23 found injury number 1 and 2 grievous in nature. First of all. Injury number 3 to 8 were found to be simple in nature. First of all. Period 23 opined that all the injuries were caused by sharp cutting object and age of the injuries was 0 to 1 hour. Also, he, while exhibiting the medical examination report as EXT11, he opined that the patient was in shock due to hemorrhage. First of, he referred the patient to the Assam Medical College for treatment after giving for further treatment after giving preliminary treatment. Post-op. In cross-examination, he clarified that by sharp cutting object, he meant any object with sharp edge. Post-op. Para. PW 24 was serving as a PSO to the officer in charge Tinsukia Police Station and IO PW 27 at the relevant point of time. Post-op. PW 24 stated to have accompanied PW 27 on duty to the place of occurrence. In connection with the murder of Dalimi Doctor. Post-op. When a woman accused was also taken along with them. Post-op. The woman accused then produced a sari, a shawl, and a sweater from her house situated at development locality, which were seized by the IO PW 27 by preparing a seizure list, EXT3, wherein he gave his signature as EXT34. Post-op. In cross-examination, in cross-examination, in cross-examination, PW 24 stated that in the seizure list, EXT3, he gave his signature in the police station. He had forgotten who else had gave signature, had signed the said CJ list. Full stop. PW 24 further stated that though he saw the seized materials, those were not shown to him during his testimony in court. Para. PW 25 was a photographer in the CID at the relevant point of time. In his testimony, PW 25 stated that he did not know the accused persons. He further stated that he went to the development area at Bordello and Nagar in Chukia on a day under the instruction of the IO PW 27 to take photographs in connection with the death of a female teacher. He stated that he did the videography of the investigation process. Videography, both audio and visual, A male person and a female person were apprehended. Full stop. He came to learn that the woman was serving as a housemaid and the man was working as a mason in the house of the female teacher. Full stop. The woman confessed that she had committed the incident and showed bloodstained cloths in her dwelling house. The woman also came to the house of the deceased, wherein she again confessed to have committed the incident. PW 25 stated that he had forgotten what the woman had shown in the house of the deceased. After recording he came to the police station, prepared the compact disc, and inserted the compact disc into a plastic packet meant for keeping compact disc. Then he closed the opening of the packet and wherein the IO 27, PW 27, and he put signatures. Post of here, PW 25 identified. Oh, sorry. The compact disc was thereafter inserted in another envelope. Post of. The envelope and the packet containing the CD were opened in the court, and PW 25 identified the compact disc as MAT-EXT4. Post of. And the seizure list, EXT4, whereby the IO 27, PW 27, C is the seizure list. During cross-examination, PW 25 stated that he gave his signature in the serial is EXT4 at Tinsukia police station after it was prepared by the IO person. PW 25 stated that he did not know Bhadrakanta Borhoikia, the other witness who signed in the serial is EXT4 postal. He however knew Priodor Henrik, the other witness. Priodor Henrik. PW 28. The other witness who signed in EXT4 postal. Para. PW 26 was on 10/1/2008, was working as a demonstrator in the Department of Forensics Medicine at the Assam Medical College and Hospital, Dibrugarh. Postal. In examination in chief, PW 26 stated that at about 12:30 p.m. on 10/1/2008, he performed postmortem examination on the dead body of Dalimi Dutta. And upon examination, he found the following. Page 71. Start. Start. PW 26 testified that 10 ml blood was collected packed and sealed. Postal. It was then handed over to a sub-inspector of Tinsukia police station for further investigation. Postal. The autopsy doctor further testified that he opined, in his opinion, he opined that the death was due to resulting from injuries on the head. Full stop. All the injuries were found to be antemortem in nature and caused by sharp cutting heavy weapon, except injury number 10 and 11, due to blunt force impact. Full stop. The death was homicidal in nature and the approximate time since death was 12 to 24 hours. Full stop. He further stated that injury number 1 was individually sufficient to cause death of a person in normal course. Full stop. When a DAO was exhibited as material EXT1, PW 26 stated that there was such a type of weapon by which injury number 1 to 9 would be caused. Full stop. He further exhibited a hammer as MAT EXT3 and stated that injury number 10 and 11 would be caused by MAT EXT3. Postal. PW 26 also examined the postmortem examination report as EXT12 and his signature of the assistant professor therein. Postal. In cross-examination, Middle 26 denied a suggestion that the injuries detected on the dead body could not be caused by MET EXT1 and MET EXT3, shown to him. Postal. এটা করিল। তারপরে PW 28 was serving as a constable at Tinsukia police station during the relevant point of time. Postal. He exhibited the compact disc, he exhibited the seizure list, EXT4, whereby a compact disc was seized. So he stated that the IO seized the compact disc from the photographer PW 25. So before seizure, the compact disc was played and shown to them, and it contained visuals of the place of occurrence where a murder had taken place at Bordoli Nagar, Tinsukia. Postal. In cross-examination, he denied the suggestion that the compact disc was not shown in the police station. Postal. PW 29, who was a niece of the deceased. PW 29 testified that on 9/1/2008, she was coming to Tinsukia by Rajdhani Express, and in the train itself, she got a message about the untoward incident. It was only on 11/1/2008, she reached Tinsukia, and she went straight away to the house of Dalima Dotto at 4 a.m. Postal. So, Peter 29 stated that on 16/1/2008, the Sardho ceremony was held, and on that day, the housemate, Arati Tati was also invited. Postal. During the Sardho ceremony, Arati Tati had confessed that Dalima Dotto was murdered by all the three accused persons after hatching a conspiracy. And the weapon within a Dow used in the murder was kept concealed under a showcase type almirah in the drawing room. PW 29 further stated that one of the three accused persons gagged the mouth of the deceased and the other two killed her. PW 29 further stated that the confession made by R.T. Dotto was videographed. PW 29 during cross-examination denied all the suggestions given to her by the defense. Para. PW 30. Was serving as a dog master of sniffer dog and the CID command DEF Dibrugarh. He stated that at the relevant time, there was a sniffer dog squad at DEF Dibrugarh. He came with one sniffer dog at Tinsukia police station and they were taken to the house of the deceased at Bordoloi Nagar. There, he saw a pool of blood. And the dog, sniffer dog, was made to smell all those things. Thereafter, the sniffer dog led them to a house at a distance of around 1 to 1.5 kilometers, wherein they found one hammer. The hammer was then seized by police by preparing a seizure list EXT 8, wherein he gave his signature as EXT 84. During cross-examination, PW 30 stated that the pool of blood was sniffed by the sniffer dog. He further stated that there was no one present in the house at Kokratoli, wherefrom the hammer was seized. He did not state before the police about the names of the persons who accompanied him with the sniffer dog. PW 30 stated that he gave his signature in the seizure list EXT 8 at Dibrugarh police station after it was prepared by the IO, PW 27. PW 30 stated that he did not remember the IO, name of the IO. Only. I was going to no, IO2. IO2. PW 27. The IO, come on. The officer in charge, Tinsukia Police Station, was the investigating officer of the case, and he testified as PW 27. In his testimony, PW 27 stated that after receiving telephonic information about the incident of assault on a lady, he registered a general diary entry, GD entry number 335 on 9/8/2008 at 2:45 p.m. Thereafter, he proceeded to the house of Dalima Dutta, and there he came to know that Dalima Dutta was assaulted by someone with a dao in her house, and she was lying injured. He came to know that Dalima Dutta was taken to Tinsukia Civil Hospital at first, and thereafter, to the Assam Medical College and Hospital at Dibrugarh for treatment. Then, he telephoned the officer in charge, Dibrugarh Police Station. When entered into the house, when he entered into the house of Dalima Dutta, he found that cloths inside the room were smeared with blood stains. He noticed 6 number of footsteps stained with blood on the tiles floor of the room. The footsteps led inside the corridor, and the footsteps were also found in the bedroom of Dalima Dutta. One Mechidao was found stained with blood and hairs. Then he requisitioned for sniffer dog from Dibrugarh and also for a fingerprint expert. The scene of crime was left undisturbed till the arrival of sniffer dog. At around 6 p.m. The sniffer dog was made to sniff the PO, and the dog thereafter led them to the house of Arati Tati, the housemaid. Arati Tati was found in her house, and she was brought to the police station. He is stated to have seized one dao having bloodstains and hairs, but dao 20 inches long, having bloodstains and hairs. Wooden handle. Provided a serial is EXT13. He collected blood samples found on the tiles of the bathroom. A white serial is EXT7 and a pair of chompals. White serial is EXT6. The IO stated about preparing a sketch map of the PO and about the inquest proceeding. He stated about seizing a yellow color sari and one woolen shawl from the possession of one Kamal Patta. Butta. where Aruti Tati was residing. Provide seizure memo from my EXT3 within bracket under objection. So I also stated about the seizure of the compact disc wherein the police photographer videographed, made videography of the PO by the seizure list from my EXT poster. The IO further stated that he seized one light blue half sporting without collar, having bloodstain on it from the possession of the appellant by the seizure list EXT10 under objection. Bracket one. After receipt of the FIR from PW1 on 9/1/2008, he registered it and took up the investigation of the case. Poster. The accused persons Binu Mahato, Mania Munda, and Ganesh Tati were arrested on 11/1/2008. Poster. He forwarded the witness, Rebecca Das, PW16 to the court for recording her statement under section 164 CRPC. Poster. The blood samples were forwarded to the forensic science laboratory and a report was received from the junior scientific officer, Serology Department, FSF, White EXT15. Poster. According to IO, the report gave positive result for human blood in respect of the blood stains found in MR number 47/2008, 4/2008, and 5/2008. The FSL report gave negative test in respect of MR number 9/2008 and 16/2008. Fingerprint, yes. A report from the fingerprint within brackets from fingerprint expert within bracket EXT16 was also received. And as per the fingerprint experts report, the footprints was a blood clotted left footprint, and the said footprint was similar to that of the left foot of the housemaid, Aruti Tati. It was also indicated in the report that within bracket, report that the person was wearing socks at that time. The material exhibits, MAT EXT1 within bracket, a dowel, and MAT EXT3 within bracket, a hammer, were exhibited by the IO subpara. When the IO was cross-examined, he stated that he found the veranda of the house of the Gillies surrounded by iron grills. And apart from one door of the grills, there was another door inside. The dhow he had seized was found lying in the drawing room of the house. So when he reached the PO, he found the door lock of the house broken, and the door had a latch from inside. So when he reached the PO, that latch of that inside latch of the door was found broken. So the IO further stated that how the house of PW9 was located near the PO, and he indicated the same in the sketch map. The place around the room, placed inside the room where the disease was lying in an injured condition, were smeared with bloodstains. I have further stated that though he recorded the statement of the husband of the deceased on the next day of the incident, the husband, later on had expired. The relatives who were examined by him, the names of the relatives who were examined by him were mentioned. Rao further stated that the process of taking fingerprints, footprints from the PO and weapon of assault were entrusted to the CID. Rao further stated that the seizure list EXT8 to seize the hammer was prepared in the house of the deceased. So the iron hammer was seized from the roof of the house, and he denied that the seizure list EXT4 was not a genuine document. I go to very good. I have further stated that the disease was a teacher, and when she goes to the school, she used to lock the door from outside, putting lock and key, and she used to keep the key with her. It was one Ganesh Tati, a rickshaw puller, who used to bring her back, who used to take her and bring her back, take her to the school and bring her back to the school, bring her back from the school, daily. PW 27 also exhibited the extract copy of the GD entry number 335 dated 9/1/2008 as EXC 70. Gustav. He further stated that before his arrival at the PO, the injured Dalima doctor was shifted to hospital. Para. When the two accused, after closure of evidence from the prosecution side, the two accused persons facing the trial were examined under section 3131B CRPC by the trial court. When the appellant was examined under section 3131B CRPC, the plea of the appellant was taken by the appellant was falsity in the prosecution case when the adverse circumstances appearing against him in the prosecution evidence from the appearing against him from the testimony of each of the prosecution witnesses was put to him. He further stated that he was innocent and he never worked as a mason in the house of the deceased. And he was falsely implicated in the case. Full stop. On the other hand, the other accused person who was employed for the masonry works with the appellant, admitted his presence in the house campus of the deceased on the date of the incident. The other accused stated that he was not involved in the murder of the Alimi doctor and the allegation leveled against him were false. Make the assimilation more. These are complete. Only the analysis part and the coordinate bench. Coordinate bench, we have to take note. Coordinate bench judgment, we have to take note of the coordinate bench. Yes, but if you are so concerned and there's something, but the question is that prosecution has to be alert. And if you are really aggrieved, if you are sure about that, you should have appealed. You should have made the appeal. What I have found. Recently. Only difference is their explanation in 313. He said false. He also said false. The other had admitted his presence. That is the only difference. 313. On the other hand, the crowbar goes in favor of this appellant. That is why, madam, we have looked into it. She gave the narration and demonstration. and it was in videography. Meaning thereby, it was completely under the surveillance of police personnel. As soon as he is under surveillance of police personnel, then it is hit by 26, and there was no discovery. This discovery was theirs, but it was from the house of the ROT, whose case we are not dealing with. So whatever she demonstrated and narrated, it was videographed, compact disc prepared, and everybody saw it, but it was under, because of that compact disc, meaning thereby police photographer made the videography, police person, she was under the police surveillance, right? Meaning thereby it is hit by 26. So we cannot go by moral conviction. We have to find out whether there can be legal conviction.
Also, Lordship, her confession is hit by section 30 of the evidence, because she was not tried jointly. He was absconded.
Yes. More. I can do it more. Yes, anybody is present. You can touch upon it. Otherwise, simulating 30 witnesses in mind at the same time will be difficult. For me. Tomorrow we don't have much cases, so we can do it. Yes, sir. What I? Why then it is in the hearing list, sir? Huh?
So the paper book is ready, that is why. The not to take some orders.
Why it has been listed in the hearing column? First, we have to see. If the coordinate bench was not interested to take up the end of it, we will not reverse that opinion. Please tell me correctly and fairly. Right, I could easily anticipate. Then don't press this. If you press it, you will meet the fate. Coordinate bands thought it that let the IA be kept along with the hearing and decided to hear the appeal. Is it not? Let us examine. Paperwork is ready. Paperwork is ready. List the matter on so and so for hearing. Oh, now we can understand. On 9/4/2025, it was posted for hearing as the paperwork is ready. Now we are pressing again. Hmm? Paperwork is already ready. It can be heard. Same labor. You better take interest in hearing.
I'm very interested by that, but the my case will come last. That is why it's not hard now. Each and every different.
That is,
That is why. I can be hard for that.
no, we give same kind of effort in IA as well as hearing. Let it be after vacation. Did you on the prayer of Mr. Immover? That may also put up in a list that case on, so it's on
Number 6 and 7.
24 appeal. Huh? Yes, Mr. Das. Which one?
6 and 7, madam.
2022. These are appeal against acquittal or conviction?
Appeal against conviction.
Conviction.
Yes.
How many years in
3
custody?
years, madam.
Huh?
3 years already.
3 years. 5 years, 7 years. 5 years and 7 years, they are above you. Miss Sharma?
Before, but incident is 2001. Already
Madam, we are trying, but we can't complete. Keep it like that. Let it be there, left over.
Madam.
We can't go on fixing cases.
I think here he had completed more than 14 years,
Huh?
more than 14 years. Incident of 2001, but the judgment is of 2011. So if we date after vacation also, all the cases 2024, but
Item 8. It's high level. Hearing this with my. What we will do, we'll put it in the hearing list again. So from the hearing list only, it is transferred to the daily list.
here go beyond.
You make a mention after vacation. If I am there, I'll take up. I'll remember.
They did leftover loss.